Praise the Lord, children. So today again we are going to see the lesson. So before seeing, we are going to have a revise about how we have seen the last lesson how Esau had lost his birthright and he sold it to his brother Jacob. So due to which he had to see so many losses in his life. So we see that in the land of Canaan there was a great famine, and due to that famine they were not having food to eat and water to drink. So Isaac moved to the land called Gerar, and in that land there was water and everything was sufficient. So in this land they started to live. So when they were living, Isaac became very rich in this land, and he gathered many things. And then we have seen that about the Philistines. The neighbors were Philistines, and these Philistines were very jealous about upon Isaac. So here now we see that Philistines were having a group of people to fight over them, and then Philistines king Abimelech also asked Isaac to leave that country, go somewhere and live, so that you have become rich very and you are very powerful. This king said, and it wasn't fair for the king to ask Isaac to leave. But Isaac did not want to fight with the neighbors. He wanted to make peace with the neighbors. So it was very important thing for the Isaac to be in peace. So Isaac and his family moved to that valley with all his sheep and cattle and everything. So here in that valley, water was as precious as gold in this land where he was started to live. So what happened, if someone has dug a well, he considered to own the land in which it was located. The well was located. So these evil Philistines, what they wanted to do, they want to fill the wells with the dirt, and they want that there won't be water for their cattle to drink. So Isaac said his servants, so in this valley, these are the wells where my father had dug, Abraham had dug, and the Philistines have filled them with the dirt. Find these wells and dig out the dirt, so that we will have water for the cattle to drink. So Isaac and his servants started to dig the well. They dug the well, and then they finally saw the cool water springs. Then they felt rewarded for their work. So here now there was water for them and their cattle to drink. So very soon the people who lived in the valley, there was no well. So they began to fight for their cattle. They want water, so they wanted to fight with the Isaac servants. But Isaac said that don't fight. We want to live in peace. So they started to dig another well, and there also there was a fight. Then at last what happened? They started to, once again the herdsmen fought about. So here Isaac's servants, they said that we let us fight for our rights and keep the well. But they obeyed Isaac and dug out the well second time, and then again the third time also their herdsmen fought again. And then Isaac said, we must live in peace, please no more fighting, please no more fighting, we will dig another well. Then this third time Isaac and his servants dug the well. This time there was no trouble. Then Isaac said that the Lord has made room for us all, and now we will have peace. So God was pleased with Isaac for being a peacemaker. In that night, the Lord said to Isaac, don't be afraid, for I am with you, and I will bless you. You will have many more children, just I have promised your father Abraham. Isaac was so happy to know what he had done has pleased God. He built an altar to give thanks to God. So God wants us all to be in peace with others. So as our father Isaac also was a peacemaker. Now what happened? Isaac, after a long time, Isaac was very old and he could not see. So we have seen that here Isaac loved Esau and Rebecca loved Jacob very much in the last lesson. So one day what happened? Isaac was very old and he could not see. Then he said that I am an old man and I am going to die soon. And then please Isaac, take your bow and arrow and get me deer meat. Deer meat. Then cook it in the way I like it and bring it to me so that I will give you the birthright blessings because you are my firstborn son. So this what happened. Rebecca was listening the conversation from the other room. Then she immediately thought that Esau does not deserve the birthright. He sold it to Jacob for a bowl of stew. Then how can he get that birthright? So immediately what she did, she called Jacob and said, go and bring the goat and let me cook and you will get the blessing. So then in this way Jacob heard and then immediately he brought the meat and gave it to his mother. She cooked in the way that his father liked. And then he said to his mother, you can't fool father easily. Esau's skin is hairy and mine is smooth. What if father feels me? He will be angry over me and he will not bless me and he will curse me. Then don't worry, said his mother. Then you take this goat and then I will take care of the rest. Then in this way Jacob heard whatever his mother had said to him. Then he took the food which his mother had prepared and his mother she did make a pair of gloves from the hairy skin of that young goats. And she said she also fastened a strip of the hairy skin around his neck. Then go to your father, give the food. And in this way Jacob went into the room where Isaac was lying and he said, Father Isaac, please get up. Then Jacob said, I am your oldest son Esau. Here is some of the delicious meat you wanted. Sit up and I eat and you can bless me. So how you are able to find it so quickly? Isaac asked. So what Jacob said, he lied. He said that God helped me. And then come over here, Isaac said. I want to feel you to be sure you are really Esau. Isaac felt Jacob. Yes, you are Esau, he said, even though your voice sounds a little different. Isaac ate the food and then asked Jacob to kiss him. When he did, Isaac said, your clothes smell like Esau, so you must be Esau. Then Isaac blessed Jacob. He said, may God always give you rain for your crops and good harvests and grapes. May your nations be your slaves and you may rule over your brother. As soon as Jacob left the room, Esau came in with the meat for his father. Then here I am, Esau said. Oh no, Isaac cried. Then he said, I have given your blessing to your brother. Then Esau began to cry so much that he felt that why I have sold my birthright for that bowl of stew. Then Isaac said, you will work hard and you will fight your way with the sword. For a while your brother will rule over you, but you will one day be free. Many times Esau felt sorry for what he had done. Then Esau suffered for the wrongdoing. Then he never saw his mother again, who? Jacob. Then in this way, whatever God has given the birthright, this Jacob has took from his brother Esau. In this way we have seen how Jacob had tricked Esau. Now here we will see. So here we have seen now how Jacob had got all the blessings and Esau lost his blessings. Then Esau will be angry over Jacob, he thought, and then his mother Rebecca said that Esau will be angry over you, so please dear, you go to your uncle Laban in Haran so that you will be in peace. Then Isaac also thought it was a good idea to visit your uncle so that you will marry a Canaanite, you will not marry this Canaanite girls who will worship the idols. So you may marry your uncle's daughter, who are very lovely girls. So then they are the true worshipper, true God worshippers. So that then Jacob obeyed his father and then left for his journey towards Uncle Laban. So one evening he stopped in to camp over in the way, so that he found a smooth stone for a pillow and lay down on the ground to sleep. When he slept, we all have dreams. So we have seen we have seen that we will have many dreams. In this way, here Jacob also had a dream in which he had seen a long ladder. He saw the angels going up and coming down, and upon the top of the ladder there was God. And said Jacob heard God say that I am the God of your grandfather Abraham and your father Isaac. The ground where you are lying on is yours. I will give it to you, your children, and your children's children. You will be the father of a great nation. There will be many children, and they will populate this land. So God also promised to be with Jacob's family and protect them. Then Jacob woke up, and then he saw this dream. So then what he did, he immediately built an altar, and then he poured on the olive oil on it and named that place as Bethel. Then he prayed, "Oh God, if you protect me and give me the food and shelter on my journey, I will remember you always as my true God." And then he journeyed towards Haran. Then when Jacob continued his journey, after many days of traveling, he came to Haran. Some shepherds were waiting by the well with their sheep. Jacob asked for them if they knew Uncle Laban. They said, "Yes, we know." Then here their daughter is coming with the sheep for the water. Then Jacob looked and saw a beautiful girl coming to the well with her flock of sheep and goats. He came forward and removed that heavy stone which was over the mouth of the well. Then he told her about how he was, from where he came and how his journey was. And then full of excitement, Rachel ran to his father Laban, and then Laban also welcomed him into his house, so that there was no reason that I should pay you for your work what you want. He worked there. He worked near his uncle for 7 years. Then he wanted to marry Rachel, he said. Then he loved Rachel very much. Then so Laban also agreed. Then when the 7 years were ended, there was a great marriage feast. Then at night what happened? Laban brought Jacob his bride, and then when the next morning dawned, Jacob found that the woman he had married was not Rachel but Leah. Then what sort of trick is this? Jacob raged at his uncle Laban. I worked 7 years for Rachel, and what do you mean by this trickery? Now he understood what it felt that it was cheated. Then it was not the custom that the younger daughter should marry with the first. Then Laban said, then you have to marry. If you want to marry Rachel, you must work for another 7 years. Then I will marry her in the next week. So in this way they agreed, and in this way Jacob also married Rachel, and in this way he knew that about how he cheated his brother, and then here uncle also cheated Jacob. Then here what happens? Uncle Laban's sons were grumbling, mumbling with his to their father that because they had jealousy on Jacob. Then that man Jacob, who came to our land, owns everything and gets everything he wants. And if you hadn't given to him, he won't have anything. But that wasn't the truth, and it wasn't fair. So Laban listened to his voice and started unfriendly behaving towards his Jacob. Then God was taking care of Jacob, just like he had promised to his father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So God said, go back to the land from where you came, and I'll watch over you. So here Jacob talked to his wives Leah and Rachel you have probably noticed your father was unkind towards me, and I don't understand why it was. I worked so hard for your father. But we have had a wage contract, and he had lowered my wages again and again. Yet God has been taking care of me and blessing me with riches, Jacob said. Then it was very interesting how God has done this. So Uncle Laban said, I could have all the speckled sheep, and he would keep the one with the streaks over them. God arranged that only speckled animals be born. Then when Uncle Laban noticed this, he said he would keep the ones with speckles, and I will have the ones with the streak. Then what do you think what had happened? All the animals were born had streak. Now God had told me to leave our home here and to go to the country where I was born. So Jacob wives listened to his husband, and they started their journey. So one day what happened? Laban knew that they have run away. Then 3 days Laban had started with his servants and his camels. Then he hurried and left his home and started to find out Jacob and the family. And then he found out at last, but God warned Laban that not to hurt Jacob. Then, when Laban finally caught Jacob, he said that, "Why did you come out like this? If you have said you would have a small party, and why did you steal my idols?" "Then I did not steal anything from your home," said Jacob. Then he did not knew that his wife Rachel had brought them. So Laban looked everywhere, but he could not find them. Now Jacob was